All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasu and Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarasu and Seti YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all already know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. If you're feeling that frequency and energy, you should most definitely join. Link right down in the video description is in the chat. Click it. You will get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join, even if you don't. I appreciate your presence here at the Sarah Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. I want you to go to my home page, family. I want you to check out the playlist with exclusive membership videos. Look at that fire, and hopefully it will encourage you to become a member today. Black Power. Now, ring the alarm, kingseti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. I know you're going to like and love. Get on over there. Check it out. Get you something nice. Get a discount, shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, Seti University. We talking about over 2,500 videos, all the subjects that you know and love from the general: African history, heritage, spirituality, nation building, and much, much more. We got everything that you could imagine. We got African origins of the Hindu Kush, from Naga to nigga. We got Olmec, voyages of the Nile, ancient America. We got ancient and modern African science, technology, and math. Making of the white man. We got it, family. Black Illuminati. And we got so much more. Holiday Holocaust and so much, much more. There's not another website on the planet that can compare or compete. You should get over there and become a member today. Everybody knows Seti popping on Patreon. BPC making noise. We never come. Just yesterday, we dropped the Order of Melchizedek and the Canaanite Egyptian Mystery School tomorrow. And we coming with a part 2. It was so fire that I had to come with a part 2, and it's dropping tomorrow. We got African avatars, Jedi Knights, and Dragon Warriors. Nothing but fire. That's going down tomorrow, too. You should get over to Patreon. Don't you hesitate. We got something for you, family. Soon as you show up, don't you hesitate at all. King Seti on Rumble. Make sure you subscribe. And to all the family that donated to the general, I thank you. I appreciate the fact you appreciate me. Any of the family out there would like to donate to the hard-working general, link right there on the video screen, in the chat, in the video description. Click it, donate. I thank you ahead of time. And make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels: King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. Now, it's coming out why, another reason why Janet Jackson dropped that hammer on Kamala like that, was the fact that during the time of Michael Jackson's his alleged molestation case, that Kamala Harris talked greasy about Michael Jackson. Yeah, she talked greasy about Michael Jackson, and I guess Janet Jackson remember that. See, we didn't know that, but I'm thinking they saying it's a video that then surfaced on the internet that's showing where at that time where Kamala Harris was talking greasy about Michael Jackson. She was talking greasy, and Janet saw right then and there that this was the time to cut into her. You see what I'm saying? Cut right on into it. And you know what? We had to think about shit. And when a black man is found not guilty, you see what I'm saying? A lot of people say, "Oh, the nigga got away with something." A motherfucker can't win for losing. Motherfucker can't win for losing. I believe when they want a nigga, they'll get a nigga. You see what I'm saying? When they want you, they can get you. If the truth, unless truth is prevailing in your on your side. You see what I'm saying? They still say OJ killed them goddamn people. You see, did he do it? I don't know. I mean, goddamn, if they what nigga they wanted that got away, that they if they find a way, or you know how many niggas they done threw some shit on. You know what I'm saying? So when a black man get away, they no, when he found guilty, they say, oh, that's one that got away. So you can't be innocent. That's what the picture they paint, that you cannot be, even when you found innocent. Goddamn, if the facts is so evident, then how the fuck the man gonna get away like that? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, how the hell they gonna get away like that? And so when you got motherfuckers talking greasy, they're just like Donald Trump when he did them boys in New York and shit, and they put all that goddamn, and they said because they didn't force the boys to admit to the shit, and he was trying to get them the elected chair. You see what I'm saying? He was trying to get them put ads all in the goddamn paper and shit, and so they don't be having no motherfucking remorse. They just anytime they see a nigga and they trying to put the hammer on your ass. They trying to put the hammer on your ass. That's what they trying to do. They ain't trying to let you, get away, especially if they find that, you're making money and or you in a certain segment of society they don't want you in, and you get a couple of dollars and then you can get you a mansion, you can get you a car, and you can roll down the street better than they can roll down the goddamn street, and then they plot and plan to get you off the block, trying to assassinate you and shit like this. This shit been going on. And so Kamala Harris, that just show you, she's a prosecutor. And I didn't see what they saying that the woman didn't laugh at niggas that she done locked up that was innocent. One motherfucker was innocent that she locked up, and they said she laughed. You know what I'm saying? Like she don't give a goddamn. You know what I'm saying? So and so this was really, one of the reasons why Janet Jackson went on ahead and cut it. And from what I understand, she doubling down on her ass. Now I heard that she had apologized. Now I'm just really getting off into it. Now I'm gonna have to go and check and see. But from my understanding, I've seen videos where she doubled down on her. You see what I'm saying? Like I ain't apologize. Who told you that? You see what I'm saying? We got to stop doing that. Fuck that. If you're going to open up your motherfucking mouth and shit, either, know what you're talking about, or if that's just the way you feel, stand on how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Fuck her. You know what I'm saying? Stand on how you feel. Don't go to backtracking because it make you weak. You see what I'm saying? Don't fucking backtrack. Just if that's how you feel, stand on how you motherfucking feel. Don't get to backtracking on it, because they ain't gonna show you they gonna talk up, they gonna still talk about your ass. Even if you backtrack, they gonna still bring it up. Like, look how we made this nigga run. You know what I'm saying? This nigga took off running when we got stand your ground and cut into her ass even deeper. You see, if you got the facts. She doubled down on Michael Jackson. Now, like, that don't mean I necessarily agree with the man's life. That don't mean nothing. The man had his time in motherfucking court. He went in there just like everybody else, and he came out not guilty. That ain't for nobody to throw trumped up charges on the man. If they had any evidence that would have proven into the otherwise, they locked him up. They took him in there. He was saying they was in there filling on him and shit and this, that, and he was coming out in the news talking about they was doing. So if they doing all that, they don't give a fuck if he Michael Jackson. If they could find anything that would have incriminated him, they would have locked his ass up. Period. You understand what I'm saying? So they found him not guilty. He came out there not guilty, and we had to roll with that. You feel what I'm saying? We had to roll with that. That's what the court is all about. You go in there with the evidence and let the evidence show and prove Either you guilty or not guilty, and you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. And so he came out of there, and so again, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They any which way that they can, they don't care. They just want to blemish your name. They don't give a fuck. You black and you got paper, they want to blemish your name. That's why we as, when we come into the game, see, niggas want to go in there and try to be the white man. They want to go in there and be accepted, even though they got money. And I understand how that, that fraternal system is set up in Hollywood and music, because it's set up the same way in like in Freemasonry and shit, where you come up in degrees and shit. You come up in rituals and ceremonies, just like the Freemasons. And most motherfuckers is you got to, humiliation rituals and all this that you go through, just like in fraternities, Freemasonry and shit, to get where you going and shit, and this, that, and the third. And it's probably hard as fuck. You know what I'm saying? To come up to the highest levels of accomplishment in the entertainment and in acting in the music industry and all of that without, some form of interaction with these demonic entities. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of times, some of that shit they do to themselves. You know what I'm saying? All that, nigga, you having all these crazy ass parties and shit. Yeah, that's a nigga that been drunk from the goblet of demonic energy. You see what I'm saying? He done drunk from the goblet. That's why he in there doing all that dumbass shit. He ain't in there just getting paper. It's one thing if you in Hollywood, you getting paper, and yeah, motherfucker, and you had to smile at a motherfucker to get the paper and move. We're not talking about the demonic shit. You ain't got to show up at no motherfucker party if you don't want to. You understand what I'm saying? Send a motherfucker a cake, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I can't make it. Here, motherfucker. Here a cake. Here, here a couple of things that, chicken wings and shit. Put that on the table. You see what I'm saying? Here a couple about, send a motherfucker. You had to play the game. You know what I'm saying? Send a motherfucker over a champagne. 2-3 bottles. I couldn't make it. Here go 3-4 bottles of champagne for you. Enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't feeling good. You got to know how to do this shit, nigga. You don't be up there in the goddamn setting yourself up. You know good and goddamn well, nigga, you ain't. And even these white boys is going down. You know what I'm saying? Because see, the thing is, why these white boys is going down, you got an old cabal and you got a new cabal. The old, even within the Illuminati is wars. It's even within the Illuminati is wars. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, they in agreement on that. It should be a small elite that run the world, but they just can't agree on who gonna be the head of the small elite. You know what I'm saying? And what members is gonna be a part of that small elite. They have, and so yeah, you have wars that go on amongst the Illuminati. And so, when a new cabal that's more powerful come into rulership and shit, they get rid of the old. They don't let them motherfuckers stick around. They don't let them stick around. They might give them, what they, a death, a quiet death, meaning they get their ass up. They might not, they let them keep their money and shit and this, that, and the third, and they get them on up out of there. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you, one of the motherfuckers that they did like that was but they let his ass, they let him keep getting paper, but he not in the in crowd no more. And that was that motherfucker. What was his name? That played with Danny Glover in what's that? Lethal Weapon. What's that motherfucker name? Mel Gibson. Yeah, Mel Gibson. Yeah, Mel Gibson and shit. Yeah, he said some shit. Mel Gibson, he don't like Jews, he don't like black people, and he wear that shit on his cuff. his, on his sleeves and shit. And so he done said some shit, and they ostracized his ass for a long time. But they let him, keep his paper, even though they ostracized him. And because before that, Mel Gibson was like one of the most powerful, and still is one of the most powerful motherfuckers in Hollywood, even to this day. And the reason why, even though he's not in the in crowd so much as America, the reason why they couldn't just all the way ostracize his ass, because he was well liked in his homeland in Ireland. And so he had some pull back there. So yeah. So he couldn't, so they couldn't just, ride out on him like that. You feel what I'm saying? So they just, he's not in the in crowd in America like that no more, but he's still making paper and still, the motherfucker, listen, you would think that knocked him down, even though he had got into it, about, the anti-Semitic shit and this, man, that motherfucker was making, that motherfucker Mel Gibson was making $40 million a year, even when he wasn't even in no damn movies. Man, listen to me. I saw this shit. They talked about it. They say that motherfucker was continuing, and even when he wasn't even making movies, he was still making $40 million a year. Just miraculously. Yeah, still producing. Yeah. He was still making that motherfucker ain't made less than $40 million, $40 million a year and shit, probably 20 something years. You see what I'm saying? That motherfucker worth damn near $500 million. Yeah, he worth damn near $500 million. But I'm just saying how he was in the in crowd. He was one of the most powerful motherfuckers in Hollywood, and they ostracized his ass. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it is some shit in Hollywood where they even knock down white boy, but they don't fucking take their money and shit like they do niggas. They knock you down, want your money. You see what I'm saying? Another motherfucker they didn't ostracize is that, what's his name? Jim Carrey. They didn't ostracize his ass. You see what I'm saying? He ain't, Jim Carrey was like, he was the leading goddamn actor in Hollywood for a while. Yeah, Jim Carrey was the lead. He was the hottest motherfucking white actor in Hollywood for a while. You see what I'm saying? And then he just, you know what I'm saying? He said some shit because he started going on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Where he got to wanting to be, yeah. He wanted to talk about what was going on in society and shit and all this shit. And this, that, and like George Carlin, that other fucking yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But they let them keep that paper. They just ostracize them, and that means you ain't in the in crowd no more. We gonna let you, you still a brother of the lodge and shit and all of that. You know what I'm saying? We'll let you keep your paper, but as far as being in that in crowd, you're not gonna be in there no more. You just make movies and shit and get the fuck out the way. You know what I'm saying? But they got a lot of niggas that they lining up. So yeah, Kamala Harris, I'm gonna try to get this video what she said about Michael Jackson. And she probably, prosecutors, they would have loved to goddamn, find Michael Jackson find him guilty. That would have been a hell of a, to be the prosecutor that, get a conviction on Michael Jackson. Yeah, Mel still got power, but he ain't got the power like he used to. He didn't, but I think he done made amends, with some of the same motherfuckers, and maybe they offer him a seat again. I'm not saying that they might offer him a seat again, because I believe because he come from, Ireland and over there, that's still their mother country. You know what I'm saying? And so, when you come and you got bloodline over there and you got rank and file, that's, you know, that's one thing that's on his side. He make them movies and shit that's really, you know, that Braveheart shit and all of that. And that's really, you know, that's empowering to them. That's still one of their icons and shit. You know, as far as that British shit, you know what I'm saying, for the Americans and the Canadians, and even though they still, that's one of their icons, Braveheart and all that shit. And so, you know, because Mel is connected to that old Irish, old Scottish, old British shit, they, you know, they still, you know, got a place for him, you know, but he's still not in the in crowd right now. He's still not in the in crowd. Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio, yeah, his ass too, because Leonardo DiCaprio be in a lot of shit and he be fucking with motherfuckers and he don't never get convicted for he was in that shit with Prize out of Fuji's. His ass was in that. Yeah, he was in that too. His name came up in that. And it's coming up in this Diddy shit. And it's coming up in this Diddy shit. That him and LeBron and yeah, they was at the party and shit. And so yeah, his ass being a lot of shit, but they don't never fucking, yeah, but they don't never fucking you know, have him in the hot seat. Somehow he managed to stay up out of that shit. You see? Yeah, he in the in crowd. Leonardo DiCaprio is most definitely in the in crowd. Yeah, he didn't drunk from the goblet. You could believe that. All right, family. Yeah, we're gonna try to get this video where Kamala is talking shit about Michael Jackson. We'll see if we can get it. If not, if we got one more, either we get it tonight or we'll get it tomorrow. But anyway, we're gonna have a hell of a lineup tomorrow. Don't you dare miss nothing. Support the general. Hit some of them links up. I got 5 for you, family. I got 5 for you. This is General Sarasu Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.